this, the exploration of Utah was mostly for a mission to collect more seed off of Skogerboe intricatus, which is the little leaf mountain mahogany, which is a previous year's plant select winner. And because it's, not really that rare, but rare enough, it's hard to find. It only grows in western Colorado and parts of Utah, and really dry places, and really specific on where it likes to be grown. That when our seed supply runs out, we have to go get more. And while we go to get more, we look for more plants. And so we did find some really good ones. Ross and I, we went down into the Bears Ears area of Utah, near Blanding, Utah, and where you try to find Skogerboe intricatus is on the buff sandstone, because that part of Utah can get 110 degrees really easy in the middle of summer when the seed starts to ripen and falls off the bushes in July. We found that only grows on the buff sandstone. The red sandstone, which is really the predominant sandstone down there, because it's red and absorbs more heat from the sun, I bet the temperatures there is just so much greater that it's kind of developed its niche. It's too hot. So 110 is just fine, but maybe 115 isn't. So where you find the buff sandstone is where you'll find Skogerboe intricatus growing in that area of Utah. So we pick it up and then we bring it back. This is seedlings that we transplanted this year in April 25th, and as the seed starts to germinate we just prick and plant them singly into these cells, and it gets to be a pretty nice little plant. By, when was that? That was 4 months ago, so it's grown like 8 inches tall, starting to branch. But in the winter time, we'll come in here and we'll prune it about to 3 inches, and then let these branches start to develop. Next spring when they develop, then we'll, by say the end of May, we'll shift this into a 1 gallon, and by the end of the summer that 1 gallon will be ready for sale to the general public. So this is a really great plant select, drought tolerant, heat resistant plant that actually has a symbiotic relationship with a soil bacteria called Frankia. A lot of people know that legumes can fix nitrogen from the atmosphere with the rhizobium, but these have a symbiotic relationship with Frankia, and it allows it to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere. So you can see that this plant can grow on poor soils if it had to, and make its own food. So it's a really perfect plant for plant select. Plus it's mostly an evergreen, so it keeps its leaves in the wintertime. It can be, if you ever go to Centennial Park in Denver, the Denver Botanic Gardens have used this plant to make formal hedges. Just square boxwood-like hedges if you like it. Personally, I like it just grown naturally, but you can have a lot of fun with it if you want to.